sitting. I have my cheeks spread over a beam right now.
I'm bouncing, but I guess you can still kind of feel the beams between.
Yeah, I'm like straddling a beam with these cheeks right now.
I got one cheek on each beam.
Man, must be nice. That was an interesting experience, to say the least. Hey, didn't see you there. Yeah, cringe opening.
It's the hype video. Hype, guys. I thought that was funny, and also horribly cringe. Okay, Swap Force, Nuzlocke, coming at you next week. Today's Friday to you. Time's lost all meaning for us. We're on the internet. We exist only on your computers. We're figments of your imagination. It's fine.
We submit to the YouTube algorithm.
We are the... Okay.
Okay.
Same-ish rules as last time. You want to add anything new?
I mean, I'll give them an insight to the punishments we got going on.
Oh, jeez.
What?
They're not finalized yet.
No.
But we've got...
Still need a couple.
We've got, like...
We've got enough for right now.
Yeah.
So we got Batman, which all that means is... Well, how I worded it in our group chat is... Try to use echolocation, which just means you're playing blindfolded and someone has to tell you what to do. That'll be fun. We've got Nostalgia is a Nice Lady. You have to use all giants. If there's not enough giants for a full team, well, you're out of luck. Sorry, Evan. Pie in the face. I say pie in the face, but I'm a cheap, broke college student, and I'm not going to go buy a pie. I'm going to go buy a pie tin and put whipped cream in it.
That's what most people do anyway.
Yeah. Can't clean up until after the video, or you die again. Drawn and halved. I forget what that one actually was.
I can explain that one. So, what we did when we rolled for the Swap Force...
Spoilers. No.
It's fine, I'll use this guy's example. We would roll for... parts, so in this case with Hoot Rise, I rolled Hoot. And then it's like, well, you can't just play as half a Skylander, obviously. And to incorporate, the whole functionality of being able to swap halves and tops and bottoms, we would then roll a corresponding bottom. Boop. And then that's the Skylander now. It counts as what you rolled first, so Hoot Rise is my magic, even though he's both magic and tech. But what drawn and halved means is when you roll, you only roll for a top or a bottom. Like, if that's what you roll. But, of course, since you can't play a Skylander like that, what happens then instead is you then... So, like, say I rolled Hoot for Magic, and then I would roll Rise for Tech. Then, hey, I've got two halves. I can decide, okay, this is now my Skylander. But the problem is, if you only roll tops or only roll bottoms, you're out of luck. You just can't use them because, they're half a Skylander. And then also because this is technically two separate rolls, this is now both. So if I go from a magic to a tech, I'm still stuck with this guy. So he counts as both. And so...
That's what that means. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's not horrible, it's just an annoyance, really. And just the typical punishment fashion of depriving you of elements because... we do that to ourselves for some reason. Anyway.
We gotta make it enjoyable and incentivize us to not die.
Yeah.
And finally, we have Swap Forces, which I believe from Evan's explanation of that is you draw, and then the player who's not bad at the game can swap one of their living Skylanders for one of yours. So, like, if he if he rolls... just picking a random one. If he rolls Sunburn, and for whatever reason I have a Death Wish and really want Sunburn, I can swap, like, my Fright Rider for his Sunburn.
Yeah. At one point we considered doing, dead ones too, but that's just mean. That's just stealing one, and it's more fun to swap, because it's Swap Force. If you can't tell, I like naming my punishments after game themes.
He has puns.
They're all puns.
Anyway, if you guys have any ideas for punishments, we'd greatly appreciate it. I'm like the least creative person in the world, despite the fact that I came up with 3 of those punishments.
And I put too much effort into them, and it takes me like 3 weeks. So.
But mine says Batman.
That'd be cool. The next week would be like best of the fans. So yeah, absolutely give us your punishments. We may not accept them, but please give them to us.
Preferably legal ones. I mean, you can pitch an illegal idea. I'm not going to use it.
Then you'll have a comment on our video. Viewer engagement. We're the YouTube algorithm. We love that.
Yeah, we'll respond, probably. There's not too many comments we haven't responded to. But, yeah, I probably won't use an illegal idea. For obvious reasons.
Anyway.
You want to get us started? Your team was technically picked first.
So just go through my team and then you'll go through your team?
I mean, we can go magic, water, that cool. thing, but you can start off.
So my magic, as I've already mentioned, I've been waving him around for like half of this video because I talk with my hands. I wave things around. Hi, it's Hootrise. I don't know anything about this.
I think you're going to be really frustrated with the bottom half sometimes, and the top half is button mashing, which is what you love.
Okay, you know what? Sounds like a time.
My magic was not as good. I got Pop Fizz. Series 1 Pop Fizz. I mean, I like Pop Fizz. He's cool, but it's not a swap for Skylander. You know.
I, for my water, got Light Core Wham-Shell. He explodes. And he's Wham-Shell. I have really no opinions.
He's pretty good. I like Wham-Shell. So, miraculously, my 1 in 256 odds, my water Skylander is just straight up Washbuckler. Yeah. I'm not complaining. It's really good, but, like, I just think it's funny.
My tech Skylander is Countdown.
Bombs.
I know nothing about him.
Another Skylander that blows up.
Yeah. But in a different way. He's not Light Core. Apparently
there is a Light Core
yeah.
Countdown. His Light Core is just his face.
Whatever floats your goat, I guess.
My tech, keeping with the theme of Derek having a not-so-great team, was Drill Sergeant. Again, not terrible, but not great. He kind of got nerfed in Swap Force.
Really?
I found out the hard way. So
How'd they nerf him?
It's like, if you're like within a certain range of an enemy, it won't fire the arm cannons. He'll just like meh. But you're not not necessarily in range to hit them, so you're just standing there like while you're getting shot at a million times.
Interesting.
So I have to pick how far away from an enemy I am.
Got it.
Yeah, so anyway, that happened.
Earth. Crusher.
Quit complaining. I would argue we got equally shafted on the Earth Skylanders.
Yeah,
yeah. He's got a hammer.
Yeah.
I got Bash. Not bad. But as you can see from our Cream of the Crap video, go watch it if you haven't, he lost in the first round. So there's that.
Fire. I got Firebomb. One of the coolest swap names.
One of the worst looking designs.
Yeah. Yeah, I once again, I have no opinion.
Melee. And farting.
Got it.
So for my fire, I rolled Kraken, and then I got Free. So Free Kraken. Here we go. His torso is disproportionate to his hips.
He needs a belt.
And he's a fire chicken. Fire chicken. I like fire chickens.
For my undead, I picked Shift because Shift... Is it a Soul Gem?
No.
Oh, it's not even the Soul Gem. Wow. One of his abilities gives him 3 lives, which is an amazing ability to have for Nuzlocke.
3 lives. You don't get full health on the revitalizes.
It keeps me from dying.
Yeah, for like 20 more seconds.
And then I rolled Special Wash, and I think it's I'm actually happy about the way this turned out. In the process of trying to beat Swap Force to get Nightmare Mode, I played a little bit as this. I played a little bit as him, and I like the way he functions, so I'm happy with that.
For my undead, I got Eye-Brawl. I'm not really complaining per se, but I'm also not like ecstatic, you know? If that makes sense. Kind of indifferent. I really wanted Eye-Brawl for the last series, and then quickly found out the Giants are terrible. So, yeah, there's that.
For my life, I got Stump Smash.
My dad's favorite.
And if you've watched...
Shout out Papa Derek.
If you've watched our Cream of the Crap video, you will know that this guy is like king of all the melee fighters. And he's got some range too.
He has pretty good range.
He's
slows down the enemy.
Yeah, he's significantly better than I think I ever gave him credit for before that video. So I am proud to have him on my team.
I just knew how to use him, and Evan was dumb enough to let me have him. So
yeah, mistakes were made. Go watch that video. It's a blast.
It was a blast to make. Keeping on the theme of tree-like Skylanders, my picked Skylander for this Nuzlocke was Bumbleblast, aka the greatest Skylanders core of all time. Not the greatest Skylander of all time, but greatest Skylander, probably one of the best Skylanders core in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think he'll ever die. Clip that game for when he dies. So I don't think he'll ever die. I can slow down enemies with honey. I shoot bees. Bees automatically attack. It's great. I don't even know what his third attack is. Bees!
For my air, I got Lightning Rod. I'm actually surprised this guy never showed up in the Best of the Best video.
Yeah, he was. He was my air champion.
Oh, he was your air champion? Okay.
And got squashed by your jetvac.
Got squashed by my jetvac. Okay.
Well, it wasn't really a squashing. He held his own.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's...
good.
Yeah.
Now has his soul gem. You're welcome.
What does his soul gem do?
It makes his secondary and tertiary attacks do more damage.
Ooh.
So,
nice.
More damage. Always good. Good.
He's a legend.
Anyway, continuing my bee ideals. Swarm. He's more of a wasp, or hornet, I guess. He's probably a hornet. Anatomically not a bee, but I don't care. So anyway, that's the squad.
Insect for the winsect.
While you're making your comment about potential wrongishments, we make terms. Leave a comment who you think's gonna be the first Skylander to die, and who's gonna be the first guy to wipe. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's me.
That implies that Bumbleblast does die.
Oh yeah, Bumbleblast will never die. So it'll be you.
Probably.
It'll be you. In like episode 35, you're gonna total team wipe.
If I can make it that far without wiping, I will accept whatever punishment I get.
We might have to give you like 5 punishments at that point. Like, man, you ruined the perfection! Ah!
No.
If this video gets, I don't know, 7 likes,
we'll be really appreciative of you guys.
Evan will get 5 punishments when he dies in episode 35.
Only if I die in episode 35?
Yeah. Episode 36, 1. Episode 34, 1. Episode 35, you die, it's over.
You know what?
You get all the punishments.
Statistically, this is in my favor. Does that have to be my first wipe, though?
Yeah. That's your first wipe.
You know what? I accept.
Yeah, there's no shot it happens that way, but
the
if
statistics
it does,
are not in the favor of that happening.
It would be really cool. You also can't like get to episode 34 and be like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah,
just,
well,
like,
you think I'm gonna remember until you bring it up in episode 35, and I'm like, "What did I do to myself? I have countdown left."
It's gonna be a wild ride, guys. We're not gonna do a level per episode.
Oh, the levels are way too long.
We're gonna do like 30-minute sections or to a checkpoint. We'll figure it out as we go, but they're not gonna be an hour long unless we're like in the middle of a boss fight or something.
Yeah,
That'd be
but
weird.
those will probably might end up being their own separate videos unless we haven't been recording for long enough.
Yeah.
We're aiming for, instead of hour-long videos,
we're shooting for 30 to 45-minute videos.
Maybe, like, for sure not less than 15, but like 15. If we hit 15, we're like, wah.
Yeah, we'll make decisions as we go.
For our own sanity, because, hoo boy, mistakes were made at the end of Giants making hour-long videos because, jeez, those took forever to edit. So,
especially when DaVinci Resolve starts fighting you every 5 seconds.
You guys don't want to watch hour-long videos. We don't want to make hour-long videos, so we're fixing that now.
Mistakes were made. And then the video ends.